Fala galera, tudo bom com vocês? Aqui é o Eric do Critical Hits e eu estou com o Jay, desenvolvedor da Treyarch. Nós vamos conversar um pouquinho sobre o Call of Duty Black Ops 3. Então eu tenho algumas perguntas para ele. Hello Jay, how are you?
How are you? Wonderful. How about yourself?
I'm fine, thanks. Let's start?
I'm ready for it.
All right. What are the main additions that you guys worked on this Call of Duty on gameplay? The main gameplay additions.
So we've done a couple of different things, right? So if we look at the single-player campaign, we've added 4-player co-op. So you have the ability to play with your friends. For multiplayer, we've added our new core movement system, specialists, which is the ability for players to choose from 9 different specialists. Each one has a unique ability or a unique weapon. We've actually redesigned a lot of the maps, from the ground up to really work with the new movement system. And of course we have zombies. So zombies this year is called Shadows of Evil. Everybody will be able to play it on November 6th. It's a 1940s film noir, very cool story where you're going to follow these 4 characters in their journey. So we can't wait for our fans to get a chance to play.
All right. The last 2 Call of Duties had some like a big thing to catch the attention, like the dog on Ghosts and the exo suit on Advanced Warfare. But from what I got, Black Ops 3 doesn't have like that thing that they game with the something, Could you name one thing like that or?
So again, I think every Call of Duty is a little bit different. I think for us, from a single-player campaign, we really did the team did a huge amount of focus on the story and the storytelling, and be able to craft, the journey that we want our players to go on. But to your point, there wasn't any one big thing where it was this or it was that. I think when you look at the totality of the game and everything that's in it, there's just so much great stuff that not any one thing. So if people are into campaign, a lot of people are like, oh my gosh, I can't wait to play 4 players, with my friends on next gen, or if you're a huge multiplayer fan. So, there's just a lot of different things in the game for a lot of different players.
One of the main things Treyarch is famous for is the zombie mode on Call of Duty. What's the brand new addition to this year?
So this year's edition we have, the new edition is called Shadows of Evil. It's set in the 1940s film noir. You've got these characters that are broken. You've got a boxer, a magician, a femme fatale, and a detective, and they are thrown together in a very unique story where they have to figure out what's going on. So again, when you look at the size of Shadows of Evil compared to other editions of zombies, this one's definitely different and bigger. So I think our fans are really going to enjoy it.
That's the first time ever Treyarch has had one more year to experiment with things. How was that extra year for you guys?
Look, I think it was great, right? And I think you see that in the final game. Like I said, being able to introduce 4-player co-op and single player, the fact that we've got this new movement system. You start looking at how the team was able to prototype a lot of different features that players will find as they get home, right? So there's a lot of stuff that I think the players will really notice from a polish standpoint, from a gameplay standpoint, and when you look at the sheer amount of content that players will be getting on November 6th, I think really the extra time people will really definitely notice when they start to play the game.
Recently, there was a poll where Black Ops 3 was the game that people most wanted to play in these holidays. How do you guys feel about that?
Look, that's great, right? I mean, look, when you've got so many people back at studio in Santa Monica and Activision working so hard and putting everything they have into a title, and to see that, through the beta and through all the trailers that they've seen, that people are excited about playing the game, it really validates all the hard work and all the long hours that everybody does back in the studio. So, it's a great time, and November 6th can't come soon enough for us because we really want the players from around the world really to enjoy and see what all the hard work and what we've been doing creatively to really bring this huge experience to life. So it's been 3 long years, but so far everybody's been very positive. So we're very excited about that and thankful that people are looking forward to it.
One last question. What do you guys do after the game launches? Like on November 6th, you guys have a big party. You guys do what? Finally get some sleep.
Sleep is good. Sleep is good. Look, I think for us, as you know, after November 6th, that's when everybody's going to get a chance to play. So the team's going to work extremely hard on making sure that the game is the experience that they want. Obviously, we're working behind the scenes to make sure that the game's performing accordingly. Will there be a little bit of celebration? Of course. But again, it's really about watching how everybody reacts to it and enjoying themselves. So there will definitely be some rest when we can, but there's still a lot of work to be done, and we want to make sure that the fans get everything that they want out of the game.
All right. Thank you very much, Jay.
It was my pleasure.
Any questions you want to make me?
No. It's all good.
Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot.
Bom, galera, eu fico por aqui então. Essa foi a entrevista com o Jay da Puryear. Curta, se inscreva, favorito aí, deixa comentários e até a próxima. Tchau!